Welcome back to Sticks and Flicks, ladies and gentlemen. This is the Flicks portion of our segment. Today we will be reviewing The Magnificent Seven.
Check out the trailer.
Watch it.
The Magnificent Seven.
A man has taken over our town.
These people deserve their lives back.
I'm looking for some men to join me.
Is it difficult? Impossible.
You ain't never seen a soldier like me. 1, 2, 3, I'm a vigilante. 4, 5, 6, kiss that goodbye. When I pull the gun, then somebody gotta die.
We got 7.
He's got an army.
I'm ready for war.
He's gonna have to deal with us.
The Magnificent Seven. Rated PG-13 in IMAX.
Okay, so The Magnificent Seven is about cowboys. Yeah, I mean, well, no, it's a little more in
All right,
depth.
come on.
than
What
that.
is the story about?
Okay. Denzel Washington is kind of a hired gun. And there's this man, totally corrupt. He's minding this town, pretty much runs the fucking town, kills a bunch of people, he's a big asshole. Kills this lady's husband, and she goes to Denzel Washington, and she wants revenge. So she hires him to form a team and go after the guy. So along the way, he finds, his six other compadres, and they go into this town and they fight a war.
Against an army, yes.
Yeah.
Against the army, yeah.
And I don't want to give anything else away, so I'm just going to leave it at that.
Okay.
Are we all good with that?
Yeah, we're good with that.
We will start off with John. What did you think of the movie?
Okay. Now, it's been...
Hold on, wait. Before you do anything, we have not discussed with each other what we thought, so this is all very fresh to us right now, what our opinions are. Continue.
Okay. I'm going to start by saying I enjoyed this movie. I did.
Okay.
It was entertaining. It kept me wanting to watch it. There was some moments of downtime which kind of, it didn't put me off, but it could have been sped up a little bit. The scenery was just, when they were blowing shit up, it was cool.
It was pretty cool.
It was pretty cool.
I thought they picked all the right actors for their roles. I think everyone who got the role did well. Vincent D'Onofrio, I'm not sure what his what his accent was. That guy
was taking my stuff back.
I mean, when he goes from that to Kingpin in Daredevil, that guy's on two totally opposite ends of the fucking spectrum here.
He can play two completely
Yeah, no,
different
hey,
characters.
good.
He can play Mickey Mouse, he can play fucking Smart and Satan.
Good for you, man. There wasn't much character development. That was one thing that really got me. It was you see these characters and you get like 2 seconds to like understand who they are, and then they just
The gambler.
and then they just throw them in, and it's like everyone just automatically became best friends.
Yeah.
Like I feel like I was watching Step Brothers. It's like they turn around, and they're like, holy shit, they're the second of us is just
best friends. We're doing karate in the
yeah, like things like that. So I thought that was kind of lacking. You gotta love the uplifting.
Oh, the best.
Yeah,
the best. That uplifting.
The soundtrack was fucking fantastic.
Oh god, I love Western music.
And then there was one thing that really got me too. Actually, in the end, like when they were panning out to, what I'm talking about in the end.
The cliche stare off into the horizon.
I was like, it just didn't fit the theme. Like it almost looked like it went into like comic book mode.
Yeah.
It didn't fit with the rest of the movie.
Yeah.
I loved all the practical effects, things like that. It looks like this was like a John Wayne, like all the houses, like all they built was the front, and then they have just like posts in the back to hold them up. Like I thought that's what it looked like to me, and I actually like kind of enjoyed that. Yeah, there's not much depth to this movie, and it's okay because it's entertaining.
Mm-hmm.
I really enjoyed Chris Pratt's character. I thought he played, that kind of Joker-ish kind of guy pretty well.
He was a clown.
But I love the Asian guy with the
That
knives.
seems to be the ongoing thing that every review I watch, they love the Asian
I
guy.
really loved him. He was
pretty
good.
too.
But again, like it's just they didn't give these guys enough time to develop. Like if they split that off into 2 movies and it was like them all meeting up and stuff and like giving them all backstory, and then like the second movie is like the teaching the townsfolk and then the showdown, would have been a great fucking 2-part movie. But it was entertaining. I'm glad I seen it. The grade I would give it.
He's so flustered. He doesn't even know what to say.
It's a tough one. Numbers wise, I'd probably give it. Like a 6.75. It's like not a 7.
6.75782131.
But it's not a 6.5.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
All right, I got you.
So
Gotcha.
it's worth seeing. That's what I'm saying. It was enjoyable. It's worth seeing. Go see.
Okay.
You want to go?
Take it away.
All right, I'm going to start off by saying I like the action, which there was a lot of, but unfortunately it was towards the end more. I have to agree with you. There wasn't much character development. They did throw the characters at you, say, "Yeah, here, they're best friends now. They're gonna fight with each other to do stuff." Like, I just didn't believe it. The only real character development they put in there, and it was only a little bit, it was Chris Pratt. I mean, this movie seemed to favor Chris Pratt
because he's an all-star
and Denzel
right
Washington.
now.
Yeah, no, you know what? But they didn't give Denzel Washington anything until like the last 5 minutes.
Yeah.
He pulls his
spoil it.
collar down, and then he like goes into like a 5-minute monologue. You're like, oh, so why do I care now?
Yeah.
I was supposed to care about you an hour ago when shit hit the
whole
fucking
fucking movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, they took like literally like 2 minutes to introduce more than half the characters.
Yeah.
And the only interesting one the one I thought was interesting was the Asian one, and they barely, got into his story, which seemed pretty interesting, in which he was pretty much tagging along with the sharpshooter to say, hey, you know what, I can't get into bars because I'm Asian.
We'll split the
I'll
money.
protect you.
So he's pretty much a slave.
Yeah,
He's a fucking slave.
It's a strong word, but yeah,
he's a slave.
That's
He
it,
works for him, and he pretty much has to do everything he says because he can't do anything else.
I'll say it for
Yeah.
mine.
Other than that, I mean, I felt myself kind of like dozing away at points. I just really couldn't. It didn't grab me and keep me. It grabbed me at different points and kept me for a short period of time. So for my grade, I'm gonna give it a 5.5. Watch it on TV if it's on. Don't run out and see it. That's my opinion. And you guys are probably like this stupid asshole right here. I know Joe. If there's a lot of guns and shooting, Joe likes it. Let's see. What did you think, Joe?
Okay.
Did you Did you like it?
I enjoyed it. It is a really bad movie, but it's like that's so bad that it's good.
You just know what you're getting when you go see it.
It's a Western, and it's a story that's been done 100 times before. People have to band together to do the right thing. Like,
To be fair, it is a remake.
yeah, no, it's a remake of a remake, but it's a remake of a remake that spawned other movies with the same premise. I mean, shit, Avengers is essentially the same thing. It's just not Western. It's just a premise that's used a lot in these big action movies. The problem with the movie is, it's like you said, it's 2 hours long, and they're trying to introduce 7 characters, and there's not enough time to make you care about any one of these fucking characters. The only person they really shed any spotlight on was Chris Pratt. But even him, he was the character I disliked the most. And that is because I hated his corny one-liners. Like, this is like a Western, I get it, and like there's gonna be like that one guy but it's just like, it was too Chris Pratt. It was almost like he didn't act. He was just there and put on a cowboy uniform.
It's more like they wrote that role for
around him.
Yeah.
I didn't see him as acting. Every time he said one of those one-liners, I like cringed. Like, I didn't like that. Like, I wish they pulled back a little bit more, made him a little bit more serious, because what happens with him at the end was amazing. There was not enough character development. You don't give a shit. One of them, they don't even have a name. The Native American doesn't have a name. And the Mexican,
Right.
they just called him the Mexican. He doesn't even have a name. I mean, I appreciate it.
He had a name, but it was like written down on that warrant that he had.
I appreciate
He had a name, but we don't know.
I
Everyone
appreciate
has a
the
name.
director for trying to make this movie very diverse. But to be fair...
Although, can I just say one thing? I don't mean to cut you off. But you really see where he was going in the end of the movie when you see the people ride off.
Yeah.
It's like, you notice how the other people that, you know...
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't want to say anything.
No,
You all
I
get what I'm saying.
get it.
Like, we knew where the director was going with the end of that.
Yeah. There was just no development. Yeah, Chris Pratt was the one I hated the most. I mean, Ethan Hawke was wasted. Just wasted completely.
Yeah, I like
and
him.
It's like you said,
PTSD or whatever the fuck.
he's such a sharpshooter. What?
I'm sorry. Those fucking videos that we watch at work, where it's like the mouse that's seen some shit and the cat. Like they literally had a moment in that movie of that happening.
We're gonna play that clip for you right now for like 20 seconds.
It's just like there's literally a part of Ethan Hawke. He's like, I've seen so much shit. All you hear is like in the fucking background.
That goes back into the character development. Like, we don't care enough for that character.
That's the
that
thing.
he's seen too much. We don't care.
Yeah, it's like, because obviously we fuck, like, there must be something, because every time you hold a fucking gun, it's like,
You know, I can't even ruin it for you, so. Yeah, there's just, and that's when you said that some parts got really slow. It's because in that 2 hours, he had to try and squeeze in, like, they had to become friends somehow. So he did a lot of, like, late night bar sessions where they're all just drinking at a table. And the shit wasn't funny. It wasn't funny at all. But it was supposed to be like them bonding, and that's why we're supposed to believe they came together. Because if you think about it, he essentially just walked up to a person for the first time and said, "Hey, when we go to fight a war that we're probably all going to die," and they were just like, "Yeah,
you got it."
If I was a cowboy, I'd be like, "Holy
He didn't even tell me. He didn't even tell me.
He didn't even tell them they were going to fight a war. He was just saying, "We got to do a mission." They were like, "How hard is it?" He's like, "Impossible." They're like, "Where?"
Yeah.
He could have been like sewing himself in half.
He's like, "We're probably not going to make it back." And the guy's like, "Yeah, my chief said I had a different purpose."
He's
in
like,
life.
"You're probably not going to make it back, but there's money involved." It's like, well, if he said like, "Yeah, but the night before we do the mission, you'll get laid by the hottest girl," like that might be more compelling than here's some money you're not going to spend because you're going to be fucking dead. Okay, so the movie was really corny. There was really no character development. But again, this is just you're going into this movie to just see a western, and the action fucking delivers. Antoine Fuqua, whatever his fucking name is, he knows how to film an action
Lord
movie. I mean, he did Olympus Has Fallen, which again, another corny fucking
Terrible
movie.
fucking
But
movie.
the action, he knows how to film a good action scene. You know, there's a quick little action scene at the beginning. There's a little one in the middle, and there's a huge one that's like 20 minutes long at the end. And that's really what you're going to this movie for. And the stars, they do good as their characters. You know, when Chris Pratt's not fucking talking and he's just bucking off shots, like, it's cool. Denzel's cool. You know, the Asian guy's cool with his knives.
Yeah, I think they actually like did all their like gun tricks and shit.
Yeah,
so that's pretty fucking awesome.
It's all practical effects too. There's some CGI in there, but not a lot. And I appreciate when a director takes time out to do that because it's hard to do practical effects. You think about how many times you have to blow something up if you get the take wrong. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
especially
But
for
blowing
Michael
shit
Bay.
up is fun. So.
Yeah.
Especially for Michael Bay, right?
It's a
Yeah,
bad,
but Michael Bay just doesn't fucking care.
it's a bad movie.
Production budgets.
And I knew going into this movie that it was just going to be an action western. So I'm going to give it... Oh, and the score. The score is great. I mean, all the uplifting westerns, but yeah, I'm going to give it a 6.5. I mean, I just knew it was, you know, just going to be a mindless action movie. And that's what you're getting. Like, don't go to this movie expecting substance and huge backstory. You literally don't know anything about these people. You just know that they're there to fuck shit up. And this guy's an Asian, this guy's a Native American with a bow and arrow. You don't know
It
anything.
leaves you to think, like, why the fuck are they even doing this?
If it's on TV, watch it. It's definitely worth watching at home if you have a couple beers. It's fun. You're not gonna be bored that much. Yeah, 6.5. It's just I don't know. I enjoyed it, but it wasn't good. It was a good bad movie.
We're on,
Yeah,
we're on the
it
same
definitely
page.
was.
We're on the same
We're all on the same page essentially.
What do we...
Next week we're doing Deepwater Horizon. It's a true story about the oil spill that happened.
Alright, I've never heard
An
of
oil
it.
rig
so
blew
The
up.
oil rig blew up. You don't remember
check
that?
out our trailer reaction because I didn't even see the trailer.